Hello, welcome back to my channel. I've got two chess clocks here today, two digital chess clocks. We have the Xflyee from some Chinese corporation, just an Xflyee generic kind of brand. And we've got the DGT North American, who's was made obviously by DGT. And I want to just kind of give you a comparison between the two, and that's just some of the things that I found to be positive, and some pros and cons with them. So let me just start with the Xflyee. It's pretty much a basic, nice clock. It's I like this. It's soft. If you like a soft touch, and you don't like a lot of noise, you can hear how soft that is. And I don't think there'd be a problem with like accidentally bumping it. There could be. I mean, I don't know, but if you're just playing a good game and you're playing a normal person or whatever, there's not going to be a problem. You're just going to hit it and just, again. So on the bottom, it's got all of the settings, and they're all numbered, and it's very very organized, very easy to follow. I already set mine up with no problem for the tournament that I'm going to be playing soon. It's a 15-minute with a 5-second delay. So as you can see, I set it up in this F38. It has separate banks that you could put your own increments in there instead of using the preset ones. You put your own increments in. So that's what I did, and it was not difficult at all. So you just hit this button right here, and it's ready to go. You set it to what side is black and white. You could either go black if you want to change it to that side. If black is on that side, you just switch it, and it shows it right up there. Now, to start the game, this is on pause right now. So to start the game, you just select the start key, and it goes to white. It's giving it the 5-second delay that I have, and then it starts into the 15-minute game. I'm sorry, with the seconds showing right here, and it's very clear. Let's see what you can see. Yeah, I'm seeing it, and it looks very clear. It's got a very bright display. Now the difference between this one and the DGT, I'll tell you right now, it's got this darker background. So, and it's also got like the old clock radio numbers, where you can see gaps in between the numbers, which gaps in between the spaces in the numbers, which isn't a big deal to me. I don't have a problem with it at all. So it's a little bit, it's small, it's compact, it's just it's, yeah, and to set it up, you got a plus, a minus, and you just use this as your control. This will bring you into whatever you need to go to. Oh, that's your, it also has sound. That's the sound. So when you run out of time, you could use that. You could turn it off, or you could turn it on or off. So yeah, so that's basically this one. It's a little bit clunky. It's small. It's smaller than the DGT a little bit. You see by a little bit smaller there as far as distance, as far as length. But when you put them together, they're kind of, you can see, if I could get them here, they're both pretty wide. They're both pretty clunky looking. This actually got a good weight to it, and this is a little bit lighter actually than this one, even though it's bigger. It's lighter. So I don't know if that makes any difference at all. So that is that's the Xflyee. Now I'll give you a comparison between the two, and I'll do that, and you'll be able to figure out which one is the best for you. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had the barking dog situation, and that is taken care of. Now I want to go on to the DGT. Let's move on to this one. I want to tell you that it's a lot lighter. I like it's about the same kind of material. I mean, they are very plasticky. I wouldn't want to drop it or anything like that. It's pretty fragile. So, and they both are. They're both pretty fragile. Even though I said this one does feel like it's a little more. It's got a little more girth to it. But anyway, so let me see here. I'm going to show you I want you to see the difference in contrast, because really that might be the most important difference between the two. What I'm doing here, this is what you have to do, as far as I know, to go back to what you have set up to get it started again. I'll explain that in a second, but now you can see in this one it also has the little gaps in between, but when you set it down here, I'll show you. You set it down there, and they're less noticeable than on this one, and the background, as you will see, is a lighter background. It's not as dark, so the contrast is kind of better, and you don't see any background lettering or background numbers or anything like that in there, like you do with the Xflyee. So I would I like the contrast on this one. I really think it kind of makes those numbers blast right out at you. Now the difference in this one is you're going to see now the setup. You've got the bottom is pretty much the same thing. You've got all the listings for all the different setups. And again, you can also do your own, which I had to do with this one as well, because it didn't have for the 15.5 tournament that I'm playing in once again. And it's so I had to set it up for 15.5, and again it has like a few slots for you to put different settings in, other than the ones that they have already pre-programmed. So now I want to just say the touch on this one, the feel on this one, it's quiet, it's soft, but it's a little bit tighter than the Xflyee. So when you hit it, it's not as, you don't feel like you don't feel as easily, like it can be bumped as easily, just a little bit. I mean, it's just a little tighter, that's all. Sound, not bad. It's just a teeny bit louder than the Xflyee, not much. They're about the same. My preference, and I see when you start this guy up, you could also do the same thing, set black and white, which side is black, which side is white. Now it did the 5-second countdown, and now it doesn't show the 5 seconds. There's a delay here. It says delay, and as you'll see when I flip it over to the other side, see the delay will blink as many times as many seconds that you have set. So it blinked 5 times for 5 seconds, then it kicked the clock in. So now it's all set. It's ready to go. This is black. This is white. You can tell right here. So you just go ahead and you make your move, and you hit your side. This one gives you your 5-second delay, and then it starts up back and forth. Get your 5 second. If you hit it, your number doesn't. You don't lose any time. So it's and the only thing I don't like about it is you have to reset it. You turn it off, and when you turn it back on again, it'll come up. This is my setting is 20. That's the program I have it set into. So I lock that in. See, I'm still kind of getting used to these buttons. They're a little bit different than the Xflyee. They're just they're set up a little bit differently. So now what I have to do with this is, once you get it set, I wanted to explain this this was in the beginning. You can't, it comes back to it. It comes back to what you have set, but you can't just press the middle to get it to go what you want. Now see, I don't think it'll do a 5-second delay. Well, I guess you can do it that way. I'm sorry. I did not know that. I thought you had to go through and click it all 3 times. Now let me see. Let me do a pause. Turn it off. I mean, this is something I just learned right now. So something that we'll all learn together, in case you were a little bit confused by that too, but you may not have been. So that's right. So all I have to do is go right there, and it's ready to go. Pause, and it's going. Okay. 5 times. Blink, 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 blink. And there you go. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got your seconds and your minutes. Okay. So it is easy to reset. So I really must say that I like both of them. I'll let you see the contrast between the two right next to each other. Okay, so here you've got what they would look like in a normal lighting setting. Oh, actually, this is kind of a low light setting right now. They look brighter than what they do in the image here. Um, the light over here to the left is a little less, and so you're getting a little bit less over there. But this one, just like you see, the contrast is a little bit better. I like because it's lighter in the background. This is a little darker, but the numbers are bold. They're both bold. They both show up pretty nicely. These look a little bit bigger than these, possibly. Maybe just because it's a bigger screen. Yeah, I really like them both. I don't have any complaints with either one, and I will probably end up keeping both of them because they both have a use for me. They both have a function. I can use them. I can use one for one thing and one for another. So I have a couple of separate sets, and I can use one in one bag, one in another. It'll work out perfectly. So yeah, they're both good clocks. This one's about half the price of this one, but I'd say they're still both under $40, right under $40, and they're both great clocks. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think you could go wrong with either one of them. I like them both. So that's my take. Have a good day.